What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name's T. I'm going to be taking you through the colors for the C8 Corvette. Very quickly, this is the only video on YouTube right now that takes you through all the colors, all the videos that are available, and then the stills for the colors that don't have available videos at the moment. But this is the most complete video that's going to be on YouTube. I'm a new YouTuber. Subscribers are gold to me right now. I need as many as I can get so I can get to that next step within YouTube. I spent a lot of time making sure that we're getting different clips and different lighting and different shades so you guys can really get the full scope of what these cars look like in their colors, because like me, I know you're going to be ordering them without seeing the color in person, the majority of you. So I want to make sure you had as much ammo as possible to make the right decision. Now, right away, right, by doing that, you can see this orange looked way different than that orange pack there, right? Same color code, same everything, but the sun is a little different. The lighting's a little different. So you can see, if you looked at that picture in that last shot and you saw that it was a little less metallic, kind of looked a little flat, you might draw the conclusion, if you've never seen this color before, that that's how it looks. But look, now the light's hitting it, it's really vibrant, it's almost like it's on fire, right? It's radiant. That's what this color looks like under the right lighting, right? It is a carryover color. I'm very familiar with the Sebring orange. I've seen it lots. So I know what it looks like. But if you haven't seen it before, you weren't really paying attention because you weren't really a Corvette guy, and this was the first, this is the first one to really get you in the ring, you're going to need to know these things. So that's why I did this video, and I spent the time to make sure you're getting different contrasts, different lighting, different environments for each color. So please, 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 I'm hooking you guys up with this. I spent hours upon hours sourcing all the material, writing the notes, getting it all in. So please do me a favor, just hit the friggin' subscribe button. Everyone's stingy with their subscribes. Don't be stingy. Help the guy out. I'm helping you out. That's how this works. It's a community thing. I'm going to be posting a lot of videos throughout my ownership of the vehicles. I have an early allocation, so I want to set myself up to be one of the guys that when you click on the video, you know, look, this guy, he's going to help us out. He's going to make sure he's taking the time, doing it right. He's not just in it for the clicks, right? But at the same time, if I don't get those clicks, I'm not going to be up on the high on the totem pole and search results and all that. Plus, it would be nice to make a little money off the efforts, right? I get to do a lot of this at work in my downtime, so that helps. But anyway, so again, that's the color for you. You'll see, depending on the light, it's going to look very, very different. And it's a very dynamic color, but if you wanted like an exotic kind of supercar like orange, you will not be upset with the Sebring orange, I promise you that. But if you saw some pictures, you might have thought otherwise. Moving on, Zeus bronze. This color, I'm afraid, is one that you probably are going to want to see in person. Now look right here, it looks very vibrant, very shiny, and then right there it just kind of changes a little bit and it goes to a flat, almost, bluntly, what some people would call like a poop brown, right? Now I'm intimate with this color. I know Zeus bronze from Cadillac. I spent some time with one, so I know the color. And in a lot of settings it looks fantastic, but in some settings, unfortunately, it literally loses its luster and it turns into a very flat, lifeless color almost. So be aware of that. If you're in a really sunny climate or you don't really care about, those few times that it's going to look a little off, that's fine. But if something like that would devastate you after not seeing the car before you ordered it, maybe pump the brakes and look at a Caddy first. Elkhart Lake Blue, this is a carryover color. Again, you'll see I'm having different color options with this one, different lighting, I mean. So right here, it's an overcast, some rain on the ground. It's not really shining too much. It looks kind of like a royal blue. Now look at it, right? Really popping. There's a lot of pizzazz, a lot of animation to the color, a lot of energy, right? That's what this color is. It's one of those colors that, you might bring it to work, a few times. You're not driving every day, and the guy's going to ask you, did you get a new car? It's that type of color. I know we've all seen them in the past. We've probably had a few, but it is very nice color if you're into the blues. And it's that type of vehicle that you don't really get bored with because it's always kind of changing. So that's something to keep in mind when you're looking at this vehicle. Next we have Rapid Blue. Rapid Blue is a new color. It's going to be very similar to the Ford Grabber Blue, I believe they call it, where it's not extremely metallic. Some people make the mistake of calling it flat. It's not flat. Flat would mean there's no gloss at all. It is, you know, a glossy paint, but it's less metallic than normal. Because of that, the color isn't going to change a lot under different settings and different circumstances. So here you'll see it's a very bright sunny day in this shot. The next one was as dark as I could find. You know, it's going to be slightly more overcast, but the color of the car doesn't really change all that much. If it's super, you know, dark out, yeah, it's going to lose that kind of white pearl that it gets, but you'll see there, even with a, you know, a dark cloudy sky or a medium cloudy sky, pretty well the same color. It doesn't change a whole lot. I feel like this is going to be a very popular color. Unfortunately, you can't get this vehicle at launch. If you have an early allocation or an early availability, you got yourself on the list early, you planned ahead, and you really want to get the C8 ahead of everyone, you're going to have to pass on this color, because this color unfortunately has been marked with late availability, right? So that means there's going to be order constraints on that vehicle right off the hop, unless something changes. You know, it is possible, but as of right now, there is documentation supporting that this vehicle will be on constraints with at the first allocation spot. So if you do have a high spawn line and you were set on this color, you are going to have to make a tough call. Do you wait and forego all that prep and all that planning and all that stuff that you did to get that early car, you know, and get a color that you might be on the sidelines for, you know, you couldn't really decide on, and, you know, it might lead you in that direction or whatever. But if you were dead set on this car, but you're also dead set on getting an early car, it's going to be a pretty tough choice for you there. And I'm sorry to have to be in that one. It was top 3 for me, but once I found out it was early available. Torch Red is the most, other than black, I think, is the most repeated shade or color code for Corvette. So chances are, if you've seen a Corvette in your life, you've probably seen a torch red Corvette. I believe it came out with the C5, so we're going on 23 or so years with it. It does change a little bit. You will get a, you know, a hint of orange, and if the sun's really kind of shade coming in from one side and sun coming right in from the other, it can look orange under certain circumstances. I wasn't able to find a shot like that with these limited clips that we have available to us at this point. However, again, it's been around forever, so go ahead and go to any Chevy dealer that sells Corvettes that has some on the lot. They'll probably have this one. But it is, they can rename it Corvette Red, because that's essentially what it is. It's a mainstay. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be very popular. You're not going to win any unique, you know, points with it. But if you want a red Corvette, that's the one. Ceramic Matrix Gray. Now, this is my hardest decision right here. This is like a supercar color. It's a trendy color. It's one of those colors that will probably look a little funny in 15 to 20 years until it, you know, gets in vogue again. It's kind of like someone took primer on a car and then did a gloss clear coat over it, and that was that. There is a touch of metallic in it, and when you see it in person, it, you know, it does kind of come alive under the right circumstances. But the best way to explain this car is, if people don't see it beside a white car, they're gonna think you have a white car. That's just how it is. And some guys, you know, some ceramic matrix defenders will say, no, you know, I get compliments all the time. Sure, but so do people with Arctic whites. So just keep that in mind. It's not the most unique color out there. Like, the theory behind it was great. The execution, I don't know. I might still get it personally with yellow seatbelts and yellow calipers. I think that combo will be enough to really kind of play with the hues a bit and really kind of set it off. That's just me though, so it's going to be a gamble, because there's nothing you could see with that combo to take inspiration from. So that is Ceramic Matrix Gray. Next up is black. What do you say about black? I will say though, holy crap, is that menacing on the C8. You know, a lot of people say, oh, they got the Batmobile. That thing looks like the Batmobile, okay? It does. Look at the angles. And with black, when you have sun on it, it gives you like a mirror finish, and it really picks up the sharp creases and the sharp angles. So if you want your car to look more angular and edgy and in your face for the C8, black's the color to get, 100%. And the vents kind of blend in. It's a cool looking car. I just hate, because look how dirty it looks. It's impossible to keep clean. Blade silver. Fortunately, that's one that we do not have a video of. These pictures just leaked about a day and a half ago, so this is all we got. It is a carryover color again. This one's going to throw you off as well. I almost didn't include it because you'll notice that the side scoops are body colored, as well as the front slits there, whatever you want to call them, slats, with the really black wheels. So it looks so different than the other cars that we've seen that it's hard to really judge, but there it is. And the picture quality is just trash, so it's all scuffed up. They ripped the Z51 spoiler off of it. It's not looking the greatest. It's not doing the color any favors, but I'd be remiss if I didn't at least include it for you guys to consider. It is a carryover color though, so if you want to get an idea of the shade, go check out a C7. Laguna red is another one that we do not have a video for. We only have pictures. However, I'm lucky enough to have pictures to capture all the different shades. So there it is. You see both ends of the spectrum, what it looks like when it's dark, what it looks like when the sun's hitting it. It's a very vibrant color. I love this color. It might be the one I end up with. It's one of those ones that you can kind of dress up or dress down. It's not too in your face. It's pretty classy, but with the black accents and, you know, depending what your exhaust tone's sounding like, it can get, you know, a little scrappy as well. So it's kind of got that Jekyll and Hyde thing going. That's the other picture there. You can see just how metallic it really is. There's some sort of photo filter or something on there, but take my word for it. When the sun hits it, it almost reflects like a black does. It's like, remember how black was very edgy? This one's just slightly more rounded than that, but it still packs a lot of that edge. And it is one of the more dark colors that are available for the C8 without going black. So that's something to keep in mind. And then again, from that angle, you can just see how it really takes the creases and everything and really dials up the vehicle. So I like the color personally. It's up to you to decide what you want to do. There's two colors missing. White. Everyone that thought white was at launch, it was not white. It was ceramic matrix gray, but that's how close they are. So yeah, that's kind of speaking to my point. We don't have shadow gray. There is a photo of it, but it looks ridiculous, so I didn't even include it. It looked even worse than the silver. And we don't have accelerate yellow. Now, shadow gray and what was the other one? Arctic white are carryover colors, so you can see those by going to any dealership. Accelerate yellow is the wild card. No one knows what it looks like, so that's something we're going to have to kind of figure out together, I guess. There's going to be a lot of surprise people ordering it because I don't think it's on late availability. I heard some people say it is, but I haven't seen any documentation on that. So I'll believe it when the ordering system comes up. But yeah, a lot of people could be ordering this yellow, expecting more yellow, and it has more green, or maybe they're expecting some more green, it has more yellow. That's the $1 million question. That's the wild card. My cousin's going through it. We've decided it looks similar to the Shock Yellow, which I'll put up now, from the Camaro. But again, it's hard. They are different color codes, so it's going to be hard to know exactly what we're getting. If nothing leaks by the time he orders it, I think he's going to roll the dice and just go for it, come what may. But if that's another scenario that you're going to have to kind of figure out for yourself what you really want to do with that color. But anyway, other than that, again, guys, I spent a lot of time getting all the source material for you guys. Videos, the longest one I've ever put together. Then the rendering and the editing. I'm keeping the edit light on this one because it's more educational than, you know, graphical and dramatic and all that sort of stuff. So don't judge me on that. I spent a lot of time on this. But please hit that subscribe button. I really want to make sure that I'm getting a fair shot when the C8s come out to get the exposure and you know, take it to the next level and go to bat for all the people out there who are looking for a little information with their entertainment, right? That's what we're all about here. Anyway, best of luck on your ordering, guys. Congrats for getting the colors. If you're still on the fence, feel free to message me in the comments, and I'm up on it. I have 2 Instagram accounts for C8s. I have my YouTube account. I'm always doing the research. I have a ton of downtime at work, so I get paid to really look at all this stuff. So let me do your research for you. Keep in touch. I want to be interactive with you guys. Get at me. Again, it's T with the C8 Corvette YouTube channel. I'm out, guys. Thank you.